Hey everyone, welcome back to Williamson Ridge Outdoors. Today we're going to be splitting a little bit of firewood. On one of the previous videos, I'd split up a whole bunch of pine that I had gotten actually from some neighbors and stuff down the road that, was storm damaged. We had that big ice storm back in February, and I got some of those logs and stuff that had fallen across the road in the neighbors' yards and stuff. But it seemed like most of that stuff was pine. I come up here and I split it up and I stacked it separate, because what I'm going to do is get it dried out, but I'm going to burn it usually in the fall and in the spring whenever you really don't need a whole lot of heat. We're actually going to be splitting up a bunch of hardwood, and I'm going to be stacking it in a separate place because I don't want to get them mixed up. Plus, I want to get as much as I can stacked underneath my woodshed, because this is something that I kind of fell behind on last year. So I've got some time here. I'm going to try to split up and stack up as much wood as I possibly can under my woodshed where it's good and dry. I should be able to stack around 4.5 cords at least underneath that shed. And once I get it full, then I'll kind of start going around and putting some different stacks in different locations. And I'd like to get at least 10 cords stacked ahead. There's a good possibility that if I can find a supplier to bring me some logs and that kind of stuff, I'll go ahead and get 10 more cords. That's my ultimate goal, is to get ahead by 2 years, and then I can start really trying to get ahead for selling firewood. So I've been watching around on Facebook Marketplace and that kind of stuff and watching for trees to come up, and I've been going and trying to get some of those. I've also been trying to contact some local loggers, and that has been a tough situation. So I'd like to find a supplier to bring me logs that I can rely on. Whenever I say, hey, bring me a truckload, 2 truckloads of wood or whatever, then I can get somebody here to do that so that I can have a steady supply of wood to be able to sell. So anyways, with that being said, we are definitely going to be working on getting our stockpile for this year, or for next year actually. But we're going to be getting some good use out of our EastonMade STK24 Firewood Conveyor and being able to use the dump trailer and kind of move big quantities to stackable areas. So I'm really looking forward to this system and getting to use it, and then hopefully being able to deliver wood and that kind of stuff with the trailer. One more thing, as the video was coming on, I was using a device with my chainsaw as I was sharpening the chain. Such a handy but simple little tool. This is the Oregon stump vise, and this thing, you just drive it into your log, and then you can use it to hold your chainsaw in place whenever you're trying to sharpen your chain. It works great, and it's super simple to use. I'll leave a link in the description below in case you'd want to pick one of those up. So let's jump in here. As you can see, I've got a pretty good sized pile of wood back here, and then I've got a few logs here that's still going to need to be cut up. But if you notice the ones back here in the back with all the orange paint on them, that's actually the load that I went and bought up in Hurricane, West Virginia, which is about an hour from me. And that was a $100 load of logs. I want to get this stuff out of the way, get it stacked, and then my next project is actually going to be cutting and splitting those up and see how much wood we actually got out of that. Because for $100, I'm hoping that I got at least a cord or more. And from the looks of it, I think I'm going to have maybe a cord and a half, just my guesstimate. But leave in the comments below what you think.
Mower.